Welcome to Daring Barana YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about troubleshoot presence of air refrigeration system. Okay, troubleshoot, that means here presence of air in the refrigeration system and how to purge the air in refrigeration system. That is the procedure of purging in refrigeration system. So let's discuss about this topic in detail. So indications of presence of air in refrigeration systems are high condenser pressure, small bubbles inside glass, then compressor discharge pressure high or running hot, more superheat, pressure fluctuation, inefficient working. So here are some of the indications of the presence of air. Indication of the presence of air in refrigeration systems are high condenser pressure. That means high condenser pressure is high. Small bubbles inside glass. Inside glass there may be small bubbles. Compressor discharge pressure, it is high or running hot. Compressor discharge pressure, it is high or running very hot. Then more superheat. Pressure fluctuation will be there. Inefficient working. And procedure for purging air. So let's discuss about the procedure for purging air. In the normal operation system, measure the liquid refrigerant pressure or temperature outlet of the condenser reservoir. So procedure for purging air means in normal operation, measure the liquid refrigerant pressure and temperature of the outlet of the condenser or reservoir, and we will check the corresponding saturation temperature for the recorder pressure of liquid refrigerant from the PT chart of the same refrigerant. We will check the corresponding saturation temperature for the recorder pressure of the liquid refrigerant from the PT chart for the same refrigerant, and we will compare the measured temperature with the determined saturation temperature of the subcooling, and we will adjust the flow of cooling water through condenser to achieve the near saturation condition inside the condenser. So we will compare the measured temperature with the determined saturation temperature of any subcooling and adjust the flow of cooling water through condenser to achieve near saturation condition inside the condenser. So here means procedure for purging means in the normal operation system, we will measure the liquid refrigerant pressure and temperature at the outlet of condenser. We will measure the liquid refrigerant pressure temperature at the outlet of condenser or reservoir. We will check the corresponding saturation temperature for recorder pressure of the liquid refrigerant from the PT chart for the same refrigerant, and we will compare the measured temperature with determined saturation temperature for any subcooling and adjust the flow of cooling water through condenser to achieve near saturation condition inside the condenser. And with the condenser liquid refrigerant outlet valve that is closed, the condenser liquid refrigerant outlet valve closed, we will circulate cooling water and start the condenser pump and down to the liquid of the condenser and reservoir. Check the pressure in the suction lane. If this pressure is allowed to drop below the atmospheric pressure, then there could be chance of air ingress into the system. Okay, we will do condenser liquid refrigerant outlet valve will be closed. Condenser liquid refrigerant outlet valve will be closed and circulate cooling water, and we will start the compressor and pump down the liquid to the condenser or reservoir. We will check the pressure in the suction lane. If the pressure is allowed to drop below the atmospheric pressure, then there could be chance of air ingress into the system. Okay, here means we will condenser liquid refrigerant outlet valve we will be closing. Then we will circulate cooling water into it and start the compressor and pump down the liquid to the condenser or reservoir. We will check the pressure in the suction lane. If the pressure is allowed to drop below the atmospheric pressure, then there could be chances of air ingress in the system. We will circulate the cooling water till the cooling water outlet and inlet temperature is equal, and we will continue this cooling water circulation till the cooling water outlet and inlet temperature are equal, and check to ensure the complete pump down operation. Okay, we will ensure till the complete pump down operation, and we will check the condenser seawater outlet temperature and check refrigerant pressure corresponding to its temperature in the PT chart again of the same refrigerant. So after this, we will check the condenser seawater outlet temperature and check the refrigerant pressure corresponding to this temperature in the PT chart of the same refrigerant. And due to the presence of air, this will not be matched with the pH diagram. So if there is presence of air, it will not get matched with the pH diagram. Then release air from the condenser. We need to release air from the condenser through the vent cock until the pressure of the refrigerant in the condenser corresponds to the saturation pressure of the seawater outlet temperature. So we will release the air from the condenser through the vent cock. We need to release the air from the condenser through the vent cock, and so that pressure in the refrigerant in the condenser will be correspond to the saturation pressure at seawater outlet temperature. So the refrigerant pressure of the refrigerant in the condenser will be correspond to that of saturation pressure of the seawater outlet temperature. Okay. With that, we need to do condenser cooling refrigerant outlet valve should be closed, and we will circulate cooling water and start the compressor and pump down the liquid to the condenser reservoir. Check in the pressure in the suction lane. If the pressure is allowed to drop below the atmospheric pressure, then there could be chances of air ingress in the system, and we will circulate the cooling water till the cooling water outlet and inlet temperature are equal, and we need to check to ensure the complete pump down operation. Okay, we need to check the condenser seawater outlet temperature and check the refrigeration pressure to its temperature for the PT diagram chart of the same refrigerant. Due to presence of air, this chart won't be matched. Okay, and release air from the condenser through the vent cock until the pressure of refrigerant in the condenser corresponds to that of saturation pressure of the seawater outlet temperature. Thank you. This is what we do for purging air in the refrigeration system. Thank you.